Have you ever thought that the things that seem safe might actually be silent traps for your brain while you sleep? Familiar sayings like, eat clean, sleep well, and get regular checkups sound reassuring. But what's the real truth? Every week I see at least one elderly patient who lives very disciplined, takes medication on time, yet still suffers a stroke right in their bedroom or on the couch while reading to their grandchild. Imagine waking up on a beautiful morning. You're about to pour a cup of coffee, about to open the book you left half-read last night, but your left hand won't lift, your lips stiffen, your eyes open wide, but no words come out. That moment is one I, as a brain doctor, hope you never have to face. The truth is, stroke in peoples over 60 isn't just a random act of fate. It follows patterns, has mechanisms, and most importantly, can be prevented. So why does it happen? After 60, the body no longer reacts as flexibly as before. Blood volume decreases. Blood vessels constrict. Hormones during sleep make blood thicker, and that's when silent blood clots form. Just one small slip in the first 30 minutes of the day, like skipping a glass of water, eating salty food right after waking, or forgetting blood pressure meds, can trigger a stroke. And here's the key part. You can totally control that risk with small morning habits. No gym needed, no expensive supplements. Today I'll guide you through 8 simple morning habits that can reduce your stroke risk by up to 50% if you practice them consistently. Let's start with the very first, the smallest, but also the foundation for all healthy habits to come. All day. Every morning, the moment you open your eyes, your body has just been through a long journey. 7 to 8 hours, without water, without movement, without the strong metabolism of daytime. During that time, your blood thickens and circulation slows, and that's more dangerous than you might think. I once met a 72-year-old man, very careful. No smoking, no drinking walks every afternoon. But he had the habit of skipping his morning glass of water. "I wake up and drink green tea right away, Doc, to wake myself up," he said. But that wakefulness didn't save him from a mild stroke, simply because his blood wasn't thin enough right after waking. Plain water, seemingly simple, is the first thing that awakens your blood vessels. When you drink a glass of warm water right after waking, you're sending a signal to your circulatory system. Start moving, get going. Your vessels gently dilate, blood flows more freely, and every organ from heart to brain receives fresh, less thick, less clotted blood. You don't need much. A regular glass of water, no ice, no sugar, about 200 to 250 millis, is enough. If you want to boost circulation, you can add a few drops of lemon, but it's not required. And if you take blood pressure meds, water is even more important. Many older adults take their meds with a sip of morning coffee, then wonder why the meds don't seem to work. Without water, pills can't dissolve or absorb properly. Key that glass of water your first ritual every morning. You can leave it by your bedside the night before, so when you wake up it's right there. Even if you're still groggy or lazy, just reach for it before doing anything else. A small action, but a big message to your blood vessels. I'm taking care of you, from the very first minute of the day. Many people think stroke is just about physical factors, thick blood, hardened arteries, high blood pressure. But there's another dangerous factor, quieter, and that's a stressed mind, right from the moment you open your eyes. I once asked an elderly patient, "What do you usually think about when you wake up?" The answer was, "Bills, piles of medication, and today I have to go to the bank. My head's already running 100 things the moment I open my eyes. Sound familiar? It's this running that causes blood vessels to constrict. When your mind triggers anxiety mode, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. And while cortisol is necessary in the short term, repeated daily exposure harms blood vessels. It raises blood pressure, narrows vessels, and pushes you closer to stroke risk every morning. But here's the good news. You can hit the brakes with just 5 minutes. No temple bells, no meditation apps. Just sit up straight, even in bed is fine. Close your eyes and breathe in a 4-4-4 rhythm. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale gently for 4 seconds. Repeat this for 5 minutes. No rushing, no expectations. Simply let your organs calm down after a long night. You'll notice your heart rate slow, facial muscles relax, and your mind clear up. For many, this is when they feel like themselves again, before the world gets noisy. One small tip. If you feel dizzy at first, slow down your breath or do it while sitting firmly. And if you have serious heart issues, consult your doctor first. Feeling healthy? Then start tomorrow morning. Because a healthy brain needs not just blood, but peace. For many older adults, breakfast is the wake-up meal. A little bread, a few slices of cheese, sometimes some pickled vegetables, or a bowl of plain rice porridge sprinkled with seasoning. Sounds gentle enough, but for your blood vessels, it's a silent sentence. Here's something few notice. After 8 hours of sleep, blood vessels become much more sensitive. Blood pressure can fluctuate easily. The nervous system isn't fully stable yet, and blood is slightly thicker after a long night of dehydration. In this fragile state, if you pour salt into your body, even a small amount, it's like adding pressure to a bridge that's not fully opened. Salt causes vessels to constrict, retains water, increases blood volume, and the result is a sudden spike in blood pressure, especially in those with a history of hypertension. I remember a 68-year-old lady, very careful about her diet, but every morning she had 2 slices of bread with margarine and pickled cucumber. 1 week she was hospitalized when her blood pressure shot up to 190. No warning signs, just a morning like any other. The problem isn't eating a lot, it's eating the wrong thing at the wrong time. In the morning, the body needs gentle care, a gradual opening of valves. Instead of salty food right after waking, try a bowl of plain porridge without salt, oatmeal with fruit, boiled eggs with steamed vegetables, spinach and banana smoothie. Want to add flavor? Use cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, or a splash of lemon spices that aid circulation without causing vessel constriction like salt. And remember to check food labels. Many seemingly bland foods, like packaged sandwich bread, cheese, or instant cereals, hide salt. If you're on blood pressure meds and following a low-sodium diet, mornings are when you need to be most cautious. Just by changing your meal, you're not only changing taste, you're changing the destiny of your blood vessels. Morning isn't just about waking up. It's when you wake your blood vessels. Have you ever noticed? You usually wake up, sit on the edge of the bed, then slowly walk to the kitchen, make coffee, turn on the TV, and then sit again. An hour passes since waking up, and you still haven't really moved. But your body is different. After 7 to 8 hours of stillness, your blood vessels, nervous system, and heart-lungs need to be awakened. Not by caffeine, but by movement. I once cared for a man named Walter, 74, living alone. very careful about his diet, but his morning blood pressure was still often high. Only when we advised him to walk around the yard for 10 minutes every morning did things change. He said, "Just 10 minutes and my head feels light, my body feels bright. Morning walks aren't workouts. They're the gentlest medicine for your blood vessels. When you move, blood flow speeds up, your heart beats more steadily, and your brain gets more oxygen. Sunlight stimulates your circadian rhythm, balances hormones, and your mind unlocks from the grogginess of sleep. No need to go far. A lap around the house, a few trips up and down the stairs, or a slow walk on the porch all count. If you can go outside, enjoy the morning sun. It helps produce vitamin D, great for your heart and bones. If you have joint, heart problems, or fear falling, walk on flat surfaces, wear good shoes, and don't rush. There's no ideal speed. Just a steady pace is enough. Movement is the signal you send your body. I'm alive, and I want to live well. And the great thing is, you don't need to spend a dime to do it, just a pair of feet and a little awareness. I once met a woman named Linda, 69 years old, retired, living with her husband in the suburbs. She often felt dizzy in the mornings. When I stand up, I get so lightheaded I have to hold on to a chair and still feel unsteady, she said. Her checkups were perfectly normal. No anemia, no obvious heart issues. But one thing I noticed, she always slept on her side and never stretched her neck muscles after waking up. Sounds simple, right? But this is something many people overlook. The neck is where the blood vessels to the brain pass through. And if your neck is stiff or locked after sleeping in the wrong position, blood flow to the brain can be blocked. Especially for older adults, neck and shoulder muscles and tendons lose elasticity. If you sleep too long on one side, use a pillow that's too high, or simply stay still in one position too long, your neck will be stiff in the morning. That stiffness not only causes discomfort, it can compress arteries and slow blood flow to your brain. That's why a 3-minute neck and shoulder stretch in the morning is so important. No equipment needed, no trainer required. Just sit up straight, take a deep breath, gently turn your neck to the right, hold for a few seconds, then turn left, shrug your shoulders up and down, slowly rotate them in circles, perform all movements smoothly, no jerking. If possible, combine with 5 minutes of deep breathing beforehand, the benefits double. A little tip: if you feel tingling shoulders and neck pain every morning, try changing your pillow. A pillow that's too high or too soft can misalign your neck, causing your blood vessels to kink without you even realizing it. A flexible neck not only helps you turn your head easily, it also helps blood flow to your brain like a cool, unobstructed stream. Clear mind starts with a relaxed neck. One of the most common questions I hear from patients is, "Doctor, I feel fine. Do I really need to check my blood pressure every day?" And most of the stroke cases I see come from people who felt completely normal beforehand. The problem is this: high blood pressure doesn't cause pain, fever, or obvious symptoms until the blood vessels in your brain can't take it anymore. That's why measuring your blood pressure every morning is a non-negotiable habit. Why morning? Because blood pressure tends to spike the most at this time. When you first wake up, your hormones surge to wake the nervous system. Your heart beats faster. Blood is thicker after sleep. And even a small fluctuation can push your numbers beyond the safe limit. I treated a man named Robert, 71. Very healthy, non-smoker, not overweight. But he suddenly had a stroke while gardening in the morning. Later, we discovered his morning blood pressure hit 180 without him knowing, because he only checked during routine doctor visits. It takes just 1 minute each morning. Use an electronic blood pressure monitor that wraps around your upper arm, more accurate than wrist monitors. Sit still. Don't drink coffee or eat beforehand. Take 1 to 2 readings and record the numbers. If you use a smartphone, enter the data into a health tracking app. If not, writing it down in a notebook works too. This helps you clearly see your blood pressure trends. Is it rising? Is there a difference between arms? Is it frequently over the limit? And most importantly, if your morning readings consistently exceed 135/85 mmHg, consult your doctor immediately. Sometimes, just one blood pressure check can prevent a major crisis for you and your family. If high blood pressure is a stubborn troublemaker, then potassium and magnesium are the quiet friends who know how to soothe it patiently and persistently. I once met a woman named Janice, 76, with erratic blood pressure, despite taking her meds regularly. After a detailed chat about her breakfast, I found out she completely skipped fresh fruits and vegetables, and every morning ate only white bread with butter. A harmless habit on the surface, but silently draining the minerals that protect her blood vessels. Potassium helps flush out sodium, salt, from the blood-reducing pressure on vessel walls. Magnesium acts like the rhythm keeper for blood vessels, helping muscles relax and blood flow smoothly. The sad truth is, as we age, our bodies absorb these minerals less efficiently. Combined with a diet low in veggies and high in salt, our vessels become stiff and dry without us realizing it. So fuel your blood vessels right at breakfast. No need to look far. A banana and a handful of spinach in your smoothie, a slice of whole grain bread spread with avocado, a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds or almonds on top, or simply a cup of unsweetened yogurt to boost potassium and calcium for vessel calm, see? Just a few small changes give your vessels a gentle, pressure-free start. However, if you have kidney issues or take potassium-sparing diuretics, check with your doctor before increasing potassium-rich foods to stay safe. If no restrictions, then starting tomorrow, don't just think about eating enough. Think about feeding your vessels to breathe. Because sometimes vessel softness begins with a ripe banana and a few green leaves. I once cared for a man named Thomas, 73, a retired math teacher. He was meticulous, lived a disciplined life, and took his meds faithfully. But then he had a stroke right after watering plants one morning. The reason? He forgot to take his blood pressure medication that day. Just once, one morning, one missed pill. And that's all it takes for your blood vessels to break down. No one wants that to happen. But the truth is, many older adults skip their blood pressure meds on time, not intentionally, but simply because they forget. Or they think, I'll take it later. But with blood pressure, timing is everything. Morning is when your vessels wake up, heart rate rises, stress hormones surge, pressure on vessel walls increases. Without meds to control it, blood pressure can spike before you even have breakfast. At that point, no amount of walking, drinking water, or eating veggies can undo the damage. What's the solution? Set an alarm to remind you. Use a daily pill organizer so you can see if you've taken your dose. Take meds right after your first glass of water to build a seamless habit. One tip, don't take meds with coffee or tea caffeine. can interfere with absorption. Just a sip of plain water is enough. Most importantly, never change your medication time or stop taking it, because I feel fine today. Blood pressure doesn't lie, but it won't warn you before it flares up. If your doctor prescribed morning doses, stick to it. If evening, follow that. Don't go by how you feel, go by the schedule. Because in the journey to protect your brain, no simple action saves more brain cells than taking your medication on time. You've probably heard somewhere that stroke is sudden, fate, or unavoidable. But I don't believe that, and I don't want you to believe it either. Because I've seen too many people maintain clarity, independence, and joy, all thanks to one thing: being proactive. They don't wait until headaches or weakness show up to check their blood pressure. They don't wait until heart issues start to practice deep breathing. They don't wait for a dizzy morning to realize they forgot their medication yesterday. They start with small things: a glass of water, a neck stretch, a few morning steps. And those small things protect them from the biggest loss: losing themselves. If you've come this far with me, I know you're serious about your health. So here's an invitation. Don't try to change everything at once. Just start with one thing tomorrow morning. Maybe it's a glass of water, a neck stretch, or logging your blood pressure reading. Gradually, you'll find that the first 30 minutes of the day aren't a struggle anymore. They're a chance to rewrite your blood vessel's destiny. And if you tend to forget, I suggest a little helper. A health tracking app designed for people over 60, easy to use, free, reminds you to take meds, log blood pressure, drink water, walk. All in your pocket. The download link is below the video if you want to try. Important medical note: the advice in this video does not replace personal medical consultation. If you're under treatment, always consult your doctor before changing habits. Finally, if you found this video helpful, please share it with your loved ones, because maybe a glass of water or a gentle reminder from you could help them avoid a stroke. See you in the next video, and don't forget, taking care of your mornings means taking care of a lifetime of health.